So today I'm going to talk to you about LA's commitment to achieving or getting on the road to zero waste success, and really the three components to getting to zero waste by 2025. The first element was city's leadership, and the mayor came out with the sustainability plan, the mayor's sustainability plan about 3 years ago, and one of his quotes from the sustainability plan was to focus on the economic power of individual workers and the green business sector as being key components of a sustainable city's strength and vitality, and developing prosperity through green jobs that can drive the triple bottom line returns that achieve economic success, improve equity, and strengthen the environment. Along with the mayor, we also have a strong, sustainable and zero waste supportive council. They actually just recently, in December of last year, approved the zero waste commercial and multifamily franchise for the city of LA, with once again the goal of achieving zero waste by 2025. Another key component is LA's Green Business Certification Program, which really is the city collaborating with businesses throughout the city in getting green certified and improving, once again, the triple bottom line. So as I mentioned, just recently executed contracts for the commercial and zero and multifamily exclusive franchise is really working in partnership with the city, businesses, as well as the waste haulers to collaboratively achieve the city's goal. So I want to start off with the first element of the city's road to zero waste, and that's the LA Green Business Certification Program. Like Sue had mentioned, it's all the key elements of, what are the incentives for business to go green? And it's saving money, making money by having a more valuable brand, because that kind of advertises that businesses are green, and we found that community is more responsive to businesses that take that leadership role in becoming green. It also allows you to showcase that you've got an official certification as being a green business in the city of LA, and you also become part of a larger network of, sharing your lessons learned and how to achieve, various savings and really drawing business to your company. Currently in LA, we have 420 businesses certified. City Council just approved the LA Green Certification Program back in 2009. So these are, there's definitely a movement towards becoming green certified. There's also 9 hotels currently certified within the LAX corridor, as well as downtown LA, and 22 art facilities that are certified. Part of the LA Green Lodging Certification includes, of course, direct benefits to hotels. And once again, it's really through sharing the commitment to going green, it's improving guest experience and messaging. So, you see recycle bins within your rooms, and it kind of broadens, the city feels it broadens the message to the guests and as well as the employees through employment engagement. It enhances branding and PR opportunities for hotels through our Office of Tourism. Again, it's significant cost savings, a decreased carbon footprint, as well as city and community recognition. So some of the supporting resources that the city provides to hotels and lodgings that go green are, they provide a free preliminary energy and water savings analysis. So again, helping them to conserve water and save energy, and working closely with LA Department of Water and Power and Southern California Gas, who offer rebates and incentives to these various lodgings. There's also certification assistance that the city provides, so kind of hand-holding and walking the hotels step by step through the certification process. And then also, again, as I'd mentioned, marketing support from the LA Tourism and Convention Board, as well as a collaboration effort with the city of LA. And again, this is important because it really provides a positive message for these participants. Another kind of unique certification program that the city is engaged in is collaborating with the Arts and Earth Partnership for offering LA Green Business Certification for specifically the arts and cultural sector. And again, having studios and theaters, museums, the gamut of businesses associated with the arts side of things. By having guests and people partake in and be a part of the cultural experience, they're also getting the messaging of a green business. That third element, of course, is the biggest kind of news in LA. As I mentioned, the City Council approved the contracts. It was 7 contracts December of last year. Contracts were executed January of this year with the goals of really, again, committing through these contractual agreements of achieving zero waste by 2025. Before, we had approximately 130 private haulers operating freely in the city with really no real accountability. There was just self-reporting. There were no checks and balances. However, these contracts meet state requirements for landfill reduction and mandatory recycling and organics recycling. As you're all familiar, we're challenged with AB 341, mandatory commercial recycling, AB 1826, which is organics recycling for commercial establishments, and then, of course, the new AB 1383 that requires 50% organics diversion by 2020 and 75% by 2025. I know in Southern California, you're all familiar with the lack of infrastructure and the challenges that the organics piece holds, but these franchise contracts are going to hold the haulers, and we actually no longer call them haulers, we call them franchise service providers, because we see that it is a collaborative partnership of the city and the haulers and businesses working together to get to this goal through improved health and safety for solid waste workers, improving air quality. So part of the contracts require that the waste haulers provide clean fuel trucks when servicing all the accounts in the city, and also really, again, working collaboratively with the businesses to encourage public outreach, engaging employees and property owners, business owners, to participate and educating them to reduce contamination and educating them on how to use the 3 bins correctly. And it also involves in the beginning, an annual waste assessment to establish what type of waste stream the business has, and really educating them as how to roll out programs to improve and separate out recyclables and organics. And again, ensuring a reliable system infrastructure, that's through the franchise contracts, to make sure that all of the recyclables and organics that are captured and separated go to valid certified facilities. So this is a zone map. We have 11 franchise zones in the city. So again, we went from 130 haulers down to 7 haulers in the city. We have three small zones that are centered around the downtown LA area, and that was to allow small haulers to be able to propose on the City of LA franchise contracts. This is just a breakdown of the 5 criteria that was used through the request for proposal process of evaluating the franchise haulers. I want to draw your attention to number 2 and 4. So again, the highest weighted scores went to customer service, so customer service staffing and outreach and education, as well as diversion plan and innovation, with really encouraging and looking very closely at the diversion plan feasibility, as well as the organics plan on how to manage and get to the goal of landfill diversion. As I mentioned, 11 zones, 7 contract haulers that are going to be part of the LA system Republic Waste Management, Athens, and Universal Waste as our large haulers, NASA, Ware, and CalMat as our small private haulers, franchise haulers, So meeting our franchise goals will involve getting 1 million tons that are currently going to landfill into recycling and organics processing facilities by 2025 for beneficial reuse and recovery. There are very specific customer service standards that are set in the contract with penalties for non-performance. The goals of the franchise include bringing, like I said, we've got an organics infrastructure deficit, so this program will bring over $200 million of new infrastructure into the region, which will be much needed. It'll require clean fuel vehicles for all collection services provided under these franchise contracts. And it also establishes maximum set rates that only can increase at set periods of time during the 10-year contract period. So it's a 10-year contract period with an option to renew for 2 additional 5-year periods. So the base rates that are pretty much set in the contract include blue bin collection, and a key part of these contracts include required food reuse and recovery, as well as material reuse. It includes annual bin cleaning and graffiti removal, as well as set customer costs for additional special service requests. So there's no loopholes for haulers to charge extra for various services. And if you see the green bar, the color on that bar chart there, Los Angeles presents 10% is within the 10% median rate compared to other cities within like the local area, as well as California, with regards to establishing these solid waste rates. So what's next? We're looking at, as I mentioned, we've just executed the contracts last month. City notification to all the customers, which include commercial as well as multifamily, by June of this year. And then the franchise transition period is going to begin in July to move out the over 100 private haulers and transition in with the 7 franchise haulers. So as you can imagine, we've got 65,000 accounts within the city, so this is going to be a huge challenge. But we're working very closely with the haulers to make that happen and come up with all these transition plans as we speak. So the goal is that all customers will receive franchise service by January 2018. That's the goal. And we're also looking to expand the LA Business Certification Program, and again, continued and ongoing collaboration and partnership between the city, the franchise haulers, and businesses to achieve the city's goal of zero waste, and also assist all businesses in achieving their triple bottom line and sustainability over the next several years. And that's it. Thank you.